I always had a vision of my garage and what I wanted it to look like. The only hard part was putting that into action. Well, after a couple years of being in my house, I finally decided to do something about it and turn my garage into the bike shop of my dreams. When I say bike, I should clarify that I do mean my mountain bike as well as my motocross, because my dirt bike is in the garage as well. Before we get too far into it, let's take a look back at the garage before any of the updates. This was a clip of one of my first videos out in the garage doing some work on the YZ250F, and as you can see, it looks a lot different. None of the walls were covered. Everything was unorganized, basically just a space to store things. It really had no identity at that point as far as what I wanted to do with it. So, first things first, huge shout out to Seths Bike Hacks, basically where I get every piece of advice for all of my mountain biking things. He was a huge help, and his videos basically gave me an idea or an outline of what I wanted for my shop at home. So, as you see, the first thing that went up on the walls, it was tongue and groove wood paneling. Now, after doing this and installing it, I live by this stuff. You know, you're getting old when you get excited about wood paneling, but I tell you, it's easy, it looks beautiful, and it only cost me around $300 to do the entire garage. In the back left corner is where I'll be doing maintenance on my bike. I'm laying some carpet tiles down to make the ground a little more level and give some cushioning, or I should say extra cushioning, underneath this exercise mat that I laid. Big shout out to Seth. It's super comfortable and easy to clean up, grease, or any other kind of spills you may get on it. Here you see the vision of the garage coming together a little bit more. I got to get paneling on the rest of the walls, and we need to do something about the organization on the workbench. After finishing up the second wall with paneling and getting the workbench back into its spot, I could spend some time with organization and making the shop exactly what I want. I mean, after all, I do need a name. So let's do a little fast forwarding. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jank Shop, established in 2019. And I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of it. I finished up the walls with the tongue and groove paneling and spent some time putting my own touches in the shop. Let's go around and I'll show you some of my favorite things. Starting off, we'll talk about these helmet racks that I made. With some 3-inch and 5-inch pipe and some 90-degree elbows, I made 4 helmet racks for the shop. This gives me enough space for all my equipment, and it looks really cool on display. I couldn't be happier with this option. Next, for some visual aspects in the shop, I got some artwork from a company called Circle Square Diamond. They make artwork out of bike park maps and trail maps all over the world. I saw it on Seth's channel, so shout out to him again. I constructed 2 shelves out of the same pipe that I used for the helmet rack, and a 2x4 out of the scrap pile of wood at Home Depot. The whole thing probably cost me $5 in total. Using a 1-inch pipe, I made a hook for my smock. I attached this bin to the wall for easy organization of smaller tools, and down here I made another bar to hang my spray bottles over. Now, I'm not sponsored by Park Tool in any way. In fact, they politely declined me when I asked for sponsorship, but I know what kind of tools they make, and I wanted to invest in a good product. Investing in a nice air compressor and hose is a big tip that I give you guys. And I used the same theme over here with the tire rack that I made out of pipe again. And again here, I used a pipe to make a paper towel holder. I like the industrial look it gives the shop. For tool organization, I use this Craftsman 3-piece chest. It's on caster, so it's easy to move around and holds my tools adequately. This rack holds bigger things like exhaust and moto tires. I love this bin because each of these slides out and hangs open for easy access. On the other side of the garage is my tool bench. Yeah, the actual tool bench, because on the other side that we just showed is the bike bench. Here, I have more of the everyday household tools on display. The winters here in Wisconsin are no joke, so to help keep the shop warm, a propane torpedo heater is a great idea. A small tank lasts a long time, and my garage heats up pretty quickly. I couldn't be happier with how the Jank Shop turned out. every idea that I had in my head really came to life. Thanks again to Seths Bike Hacks and everybody else who played a part in giving me some good ideas. Stay tuned in the following videos for a really exciting build that's coming up. I don't want to spoil or give too many things away, but let's just say something epic is coming. So, until next time, thanks for checking the video out, and ride on.